In this lesson I'm going to tell you about the circle of fifths and how to easily find key signatures and scales and create your own scales. So here we go. As you can see, I've created some visuals to hopefully give you a better understanding of what I'm talking about. And you can play this video back as many times as you need to. And hopefully I'll get around to putting this on a document format and putting it on my lessons archive on my website. So here we go. Before starting this lesson, I suggest everybody be as familiar as possible with the musical alphabet and the order of flats and sharps. As you can see at the top, I've got a little keyboard here, and I'm going to run you through the musical alphabet on here to hopefully give you a better understanding. And we'll begin with A, and it runs A sharp or B flat, B, C, C sharp or D flat, D, D sharp or E flat, E, F, F sharp or G flat, G, G sharp or A flat, A. And when I say G sharp or A flat, or A sharp or B flat, it's the same note. What you're going to call it really depends on the key signature that you're in, whether it's going to be a sharp or a flat. So no worries about that too much. Like I said, it's the same note. Don't get too confused or overwhelmed. It's really rather easy. So once again, I'm going to show you that. It's A sharp, B, C, C sharp, D, D sharp, E, F, F sharp, G, G sharp, A. Alright, and an easy way to locate this on your own keyboard in front of you is you've got black keys on your keyboard in two patterns. You've got two black keys right beside each other, and then you've got three black keys right beside each other. And you'll notice there are no sharps or flats in between E and F, B and C. Alright, so how to easily locate C on your keyboard is you find the two black keys and you go to the left. To the left of that is going to be your C. As you can see my cursor right here, I'm going over middle C, which is going to be the C that's located directly in the middle of your piano or keyboard. And you can run it from there. C, C sharp, D, D sharp, E, F, F sharp, G, G sharp, A sharp, B, back to C. Alright, now your order of flats and your order of sharps. Your order of flats, an easy way to remember this is bead, greatest common factor, because the notes of the flats on the musical staff do run in that order. It's going to be B, E, A, D, G, C, F. And the same thing for the order of sharps, except for you're going to run it backwards. So it's going to be F, C, G, D, A, E, B. To give you a better understanding of this, I've created a little musical staff here. It's not pretty, but it'll get the idea across. Once again, the order of flats, if you can see my cursor here, B, because that's what note that is that the flats are laying on, E, A, D, G, C, F. Same thing for the order of sharps, but backwards. It's F, C, G, D, A, E, B. And I'll get more into that on a later lesson on how to read music and write music. But for now, we're going to focus on the circle of fifths, and bearing that order of flats and sharps in mind, we look at the circle of fifths, and we see that C is located at the very top of the circle. That's always going to be the case. From there to the right, and you're pretty much just taking over the order of sharps from the right. So start with C, G, D, A, E, B. And you can see my F is located to the left of C on the circle of fifths. And how we use this to our advantage, first note that sharps are going to run clockwise, flats are always going to run counterclockwise. So when trying to find out the key of G major, we're start with C, and we go over one interval. Okay, that brings us to G. That's what we're trying to find out. So that one interval, we bring that over here, and we look at the order of sharps, because we're running, right here in the sharps, and we find the one. So starting from the beginning, bam, F. F is our sharp in G major. So the scale itself would run G, A, B, C, D, E, F sharp, G. Alright, and Same thing would go, I mean, the rule applies all the way around the circle of fifths. So we'll do D for another example. D is 1, 2. It's 2 spaces over from C, so we know we have 2 sharps in the key of D. Alright, now we come over here to our order of sharps and find out what exactly those sharps are, and we go 1, 2, F, C. You got me? Alright, so those are our 2 sharps in the key of D. So it would run D, E, F sharp, G, A, B, C sharp, D. Alright, now the same thing applies when going counterclockwise. You're just going to be working with flats rather than sharps, okay? So, you know, to find out what's in the key of B flat major, or what flats are in there, we're going to go over 1, 2. It's 2 spaces from C, alright? And then we come up here to our order of flats, and we've got B, E. That's 2 spaces, okay? So B and E are our 2 flats in the key of B flat major. And that scale will run B flat, C, D, E flat, F, G, A, B flat. Okay? Now, how you want to, that's an easy way to memorize your scales. Okay, now how you want to create your own scales really depends on the sound that you prefer and the sound you're going for. I like to do, I believe it's harmonic minor. It's really like eerie classical scale, and I love everything about it. And how to build that scale is you're going to want to flatten the 3rd and the 6th interval in the scale. Okay, so bearing that in mind, let's look at the D major again. Okay, so our regular D major scale, and I'm going to try to type this out for you so you can hopefully see it a little bit better, is going to be D. Hold on, let me put my caps on. Give me 1 second. Alright, it's going to be D, E, remember we had F sharp, so let me get my sharp right here, and then G, A, B, C sharp, right, because those were the 2 sharps that were in D major, back to D, okay? So that is our D major scale. Now if I want to turn this D major scale into a harmonic minor scale, I want to flatten the 3rd and the 6th interval in the scale, okay? So I'm going to drop below, and then I'm going to type out the harmonic minor scale. Alright, so D, E, and we're flatting the 3rd interval, so that goes back to a F natural, and then G, A, B, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, alright, so we've got to flatten that, which becomes A sharp, or B flat. We'll just do A sharp for now, because we're working with sharps, right? And then A sharp, so B, we still have our C sharp left over from, you know, the conversion, C sharp, D. And that's my harmonic minor scale. Okay, so this is your regular D major scale. We found that out by going 2 intervals right here on the circle of fifths. Go 1, 2. It's got 2 sharps. Come over here to the order of sharps. F, C. Okay, so those are my 2 sharps in the scale. It will run D, E, F sharp, G, A, B, C sharp, D. Converting that to a harmonic minor. When converting any scale to a harmonic minor, you want to flatten the 3rd and 6th interval. So below that, we've done that. D, E, we have to flatten F sharp, which makes it F natural. G, A, we have to flatten this B up here to make it A sharp. B, C sharp, D. And the C sharp came, you know, we didn't have to do anything with the C sharp, so we carried it over.